for it, right? We're definitely getting rain, heavy rain at times.
Yeah.
And we'll have the possibility of some stronger storms, especially after about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. And while we have heavy rain, areas of high water are possible. Also the possibility of tornadoes. Now, these are not going to be the super violent, intense ones, but a tornado is a tornado and it can cause damage. These would be kind of brief, weak, not very long lasting ones.
Okay.
Not that that matters if your home gets hit by it. Correct. So let's take a look at the radar, because right now we're just looking at downpours in portions of Kentucky and really kind of riding right up I-71. You can see the first intense rain of this noon hour. We have some heavy rain falling from just outside of Madison in through Pleasant to Vevey. And right now the core of the most intense downpours right along and just off of I-71, crossing from Carroll into Gallatin County. So really seeing that rainfall pick up near Warsaw and Glencoe. So I want to kind of dive deeper into this, and you can see this pink blob here is a heavier rainfall rate. Were this to sit over top of any particular town for an hour, you'd pick up almost 4 inches of rain. Luckily, this is moving, and it's moving at an okay clip, about 29, 30 miles an hour off to the north and east. So making its way toward Thomas More Stadium by the time we get to lunchtime, and then Florence by about 1 o'clock. So still got some room before that heavier rain makes it to the 71-75 split. We do have some light rain showers falling on the 275 loop in southeastern Indiana, Lawrenceburg, and then crossing over into the west side, Cleves up to Ross, seeing a couple of light rain showers. Same thing in Harrison and then into Butler County. You can see light rain falling Ross to Hamilton, right now in through New Miami. Let's take a look at this thing as a whole, though, because all of this has to drift to the north and east and come through our area. So earlier this morning, it was a little easier to find what was the center of Beryl. Now much more disorganized as all of this makes its way up the Mississippi and into the Ohio Valley. With this, it's a landfalling tropical system. There is the potential for some rotation or some spin in our atmosphere. And right now, it looks like the best chances for that would be along the Ohio River. You can see this area highlighted now in an enhanced risk from Evansville to just on the outskirts of our viewing area. In fact, if we zoom on in here, you'll be able to see Cincinnati now under a slight risk. You head over into southern Ripley County, parts of Switzerland County, now into a more enhanced risk. Really, just call it 75 and west has a better chance of maybe seeing some of those storms that could produce tornadoes. So it's a weather impact day. Between now and 6 p.m., you're going to see scattered rain, a thunderstorm in there. Intense downpours are probably your biggest threat here through the first part. Stronger storms possible 7 p.m. through 1 a.m. And the impact would be brief tornadoes and heavy rain. Rainfall averages about 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. So tornadic activity, potential for intense downpours that would cause briefly some localized areas of flooding. That would be the main concern. These ones probably aren't going to produce much in the way of gusty winds. So as we go through the next hour, you can see it's bringing that one batch that's coming through right now to the north. Quiet things down, keep those gray skies in place. Hopefully that would help us out a little bit. Heading into the evening hours between about 5 and 7 p.m., you'll start to see a few more of these flaring up. And then as we go 7, 8, 9 o'clock, starting to see more widespread thunderstorms. I think our most active time frame is probably between 9 p.m. and about 1 a.m. You can see some of those heavy areas of rain moving through greater Cincinnati. And getting out of here as we head into tomorrow morning, we should see temperatures in the 70s and breezy conditions tomorrow with a couple of lingering rain showers. We'll pick up a decent amount of rain, though. Areas to the east, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. For the 275 loop and the 71 corridor, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And then our heaviest rainfall totals closer to the center of those leftovers of Beryl for about 3/4 inch to 1.5 inches of total rainfall. So today, obviously, weather impact day with Beryl's rain. Tomorrow, expect temperatures in the 70s, windy through the day, much cooler, more comfortable as well. Humidity stays down for Thursday, but it starts to creep up again by Friday evening.
Thank you, Randy. Thousands of tourists are taking part in a dangerous competition this week.
Yeah, still ahead, we're going to take you out to